Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the greatest live show of all time. That is right, everybody. Today we're doing another episode of, well,
whatever the hell this is.
that's right. I may or may not include timestamps in the description below, depending on whether or not we end up doing a segment. I'm thinking we will. If not, I'm going to be very sad if we don't get around to it, but maybe there's a reason if we don't. But we probably will. In fact, for anybody wondering, we're going to be talking about the mysterious demon behind watching porn and masturbation. Yes, that's right. From Prophet Lovy. Now, he's a prophet, so what he's saying obviously must be true. With that being said, it's an exciting segment to go over, to say the very least. Perhaps I get multiple streams worth of content. Who knows? With that being said, hello, DeQuavius John Dingleberry III Jr., and congratulations on being the first person in chat. Hello, Xylem Ponytail, saying, am I first? No, you are second, my friend. You are second. Hello, Random Animator. Hello, Impish Little Centaur. You're gonna be watching... No, I'm not gonna... Xylem, no. No, we're not doing... Okay. Good stuff, good stuff. Hello, Batau Crafter. Hello, Femyoz' Queen. Hello, Jimmy Threewood. Saying your strappy tops are my fave. Is that so? Is that so? You're so pretty. Thank you, Random Animator. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Anyways, spending Sunday night with my crush Femyoz. Let's go! Yes, I'm so excited. I get to spend my Sunday night with all of you. Yes, you, the beautiful people watching this very live stream. Very exciting stuff, to say the very least. Hi, sorry I'm disgustingly late. No worries, Lexi, and it's very good to have you here. Femi looking adorable as always. I don't know what you're on about. I would never. That would be crazy. I look tough and intimidating and stuff. That's right. But yeah, anyways, I don't know if chat, I'm not gonna adopt you. That's not how this works. I hate to break it to you, alright? I don't do the whole adoption thing. Unfortunate, I know. I love the choker tonight. Well, I'm very glad to hear that, Cassidy. Because if you didn't, I would be very angry. Who has been to a Diddy party? Me, I've been to the Diddy party. I love the Diddy party. That's my favorite one. Yes. Hello, Madeline Jones. Very good to see you again.
Very good to see you again.
With that being said, I, hope you're all doing well. Please adopt me, Femi. I want HOT and my parents won't love me. Chat, I'm not adopting people. That's not how this works. I can't just adopt all of my chat. I'm sorry, that's just not how this works. I just lowered the brain cell average. Are you proud of me, Femi? Yes, I'm so proud of you. Yay. Let's go. Anyways, you haven't been through Hiiiiii? What are you saying, Soul Reaper? Anyways, then what are we? That's a good question. Please, I know you're only like 2 years older than me. Chat, I'm not adopting you. That's not how this works. This is the Femyoz YouTube channel, okay? This is not the adoption center. All right? We make videos over here and lives. Well, that's kind of a lie. It's been a while since our last upload, but we do live stream every day. We don't adopt people. Okay? That's not how this works.
Now is it, chat?
I want to adopt you, bro. Okay, well, that's not what this is for. This is not the adoption center, okay? This isn't the adoption center. Alright? You're all adopted anyway. That's right. Dude, what am I saying? Please be my mom. Chat, I'm not adopting you. That's not how this works. Alright? How much? Dude, okay, now, we're not... You're already adopted, chat, alright? That's right, you're already adopted. That's it, so that's not how this works, alright? I'm not just gonna re-adopt you. You've already been adopted by your parents, that's right. Fit check, please, then. Remember, chat, every $5 equals a Skirt Go Spinny if you know, per the request. of the donator, of course. But I guess I could do a fit check. Hello, Anon 420 Cereal. Again, I'm so sorry I haven't been here. No worries, Snow, and welcome back. Don't feel the need to apologize.
But yeah, anyways, chat, this is my outfit. Well, I hope you guys like my fit today.
But yeah, hopefully I don't look too terrible. Because if I do look too terrible, then I'm gonna be very sad. Which is like the opposite of happy, you know? Damn, Femyoz looking fine as hell tonight. 10 out of 10 fit. Let's go. Let's go. She turned British. Oi, bruv, I would never be a Brit bonger, yeah? Or, my teeth are not crooked, my teeth are looking straight. I went to the orthodontist. They only have those in the States. Anyways, very good at rack, by the way. Okay, alright. Dude, by rack, I think you mean, racks on racks on racks on racks on racks on racks on racks. You know, like money. You know. Yeah, dude, I got all the money. You know, the great thing about wearing a white crop top is it makes my chest look bigger than it actually is. You know? You know, what's funny is this thing, dude, this crop top used to be so fucking small, so fucking big on me. Like, I was the most flat-chested motherfucker ever. And like, it was like, I don't know. These crop tops were like kind of difficult to fit. You know, they didn't fit very well because, you know, I mean, my chest was literally flat, but now I have boob. They're not very big boob, but they are boob nonetheless.
And as a result of that, I now have the
whatchamacallit, the ability to wear clothes that fit, that I like. It's giving Draco in a dress. Are we talking about Draco Malfoy? Yeah, that's not the first time I've heard of that. By the way, I got a 94% on the presentation you helped me with, whenever that was. I don't even remember that, but it sounds like something I would give advice for. It was probably something generic that I've been doing for a while, but nobody else does. I don't know. It was probably something about, like, exercise your creative freedom and do whatever the fuck you want. And as long as it, like, vaguely looks intelligent, then you'll probably do well. And as long as it technically meets the requirements or appears, I don't know. Did I go the pseudo-intellectual route? Like, yeah, just do some, like, pseudo-intellectual bullshit and it'll work. Or did I go the, use big girl words help? Oh, yeah. The piece of advice being, yeah, just, like, find words that are, like, descriptions of stuff and whatnot, where you think, oh, you know, I could use a more complicated word. And then you just look up synonyms for that word and then find one that sounds right. You find one that sounds good. And then that's how that works. You know what else is massive? The low taper fade. That's true, Mini VR. You are spitting nothing but straight facts. Are you gay? I mean, I am quite homosexual, to say the very least. But yeah, anyways. Hey, yo, why hello?
Hope you're doing well.
Anyways. Let's see here. Hello, Lemon Boy VR. Hope you're doing well. Hello, dragons or poggers. Did I already say hello to you? I have no memory. My friends checked up on me, though, because I sounded like 2,000 times smarter than I usually am. Wait, what did they do? Were they, like, worried about you? They were like, yo, Snow, yo, this isn't like you. You're meant to sound fucking retarded. What the hell, man? Why do you sound like a reasonable person? What? Anyways. Cute collar, I mean choker. Why, thank you, Tubian. And yes, it is a choker, not a collar, actually. I would never wear a collar or a leash. That would be crazy. Femi, can you say good morning because it's morning? Good afternoon, Xylem Ponytails. Hope you're doing well today on this fine Friday afternoon. That's right. Anyways. Cute love heart. Why, thank you. Why, thank you. Let's see here. Good to see a US of A here. That's true. Dude, I'm actually non-binary, and my pronouns are USA. That's right. I just own the libs in the free marketplace of ideas. I destroyed wokeness. Hush, it's a collar. I've seen you put a leash on it. That is false information. Thank you for the afternoon blessings. You are welcome. Hi, I'm the US of A. Damn, that's crazy. Do you identify as non-binary? LUS of A, overrated ass country, and then USA says nuh-uh. Damn, that's crazy. Anyways, it's Sunday, Femi. Yeah, I knew that. I definitely knew that. I'm just saying. Are you roasting the comments? Every once in a while, yeah. You look great. Why, thank you. Why, thank you. Loving the choker, Femyoz. Thank you, Neil. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Proof of fishnets. Well, I'm not wearing fishnets today. You know, those are for another day, I guess. Like, the other day. You know? Anyways. Apparently, Lemon Boy VR likes toes. Don't know why you felt the need to share that, but thank you nonetheless. Guys, I'm chilling because of the goated advice I got for the presentation. My grades are doing well, and I don't have to worry too much. Well, I'm so glad that my advice was so helpful. Let's go. Yeah, I'm like pretty good at finding shortcuts for assignments. That's what I've done my entire life, is that. You know? Would you ever dye your hair? Probably not. I don't know. I've thought about it. You know? Like, occasionally I'll see someone where they have, like, really good-looking dyed hair, and I'm so fucking jealous that they look like that. And I'm like, what the fuck? I want to look like that. And then I consider it. But then I also consider how much effort that takes, and I'm like, you know, maybe it's not worth it. I don't know, man. Anyways. Femi should be a professional advice giver. You know, that's not a terrible idea. Oh, God. Is there dust in my eye? What the hell? Dude, I don't know. I feel like my advice isn't even that good. Pink tips would be cute, I think. Yeah, if I was gonna do anything, I would do, like, the tips or something. You know, just the tip, as a wise man once said. And, yeah. Just be grateful you can dye your hair. I have brown hair and it never works. Well, wouldn't you have to bleach your hair first? That was loud as hell. Bussy Alfredo. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. I need to find a way to turn that off. Like, I don't know where what do the follows mean? I don't even know what that, cause like, I don't even know what platform that is. Like, what platform would that follow be on? I mean, I'm glad I get to know about Bussy Alfredo, but like, oh, that is on. Well, now it's off. Yeah. Anyways. No, my parents won't let me bleach it. Well, okay. You can't expect to dye your hair if you can't even bleach it. Like, if you have dark hair and you try to dye it without bleaching it, it's just going to be your natural hair color mixed with the color that you're dyeing it as. Yeah. W. Bussy Alfredo. First thing I'm doing after surgery. Dude. Bussy Alfredo is crazy. Femi, you're not helping? What do you mean I'm not helping? I'll pray for you, Femyoz. Oh, thank you so much, Rajesh, India. Your prayers won't go unnoticed. I went to the drive-thru today. My food is in the window. They go, Michael? No. Kate. And then give me my food. Brutal. Look, I'm gonna be real. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but congratulations or my condolences, depending on how you feel on the matter. A double tap to smash like. Or something. It boosts me in the algorithm. You're a mix of gay and autism. You know, Gibby, you're not wrong. That is a factually correct assessment of the matter. Look, just by saying Jesus' name, you're changing. Chat! I'm changing! I'm transforming!
Oh my god, I'm changing! Holy shit! I've transformed. I'm a Christian fundamentalist now. I have transformed. I guess you could say. Holy shit. I've evolved. Dude, it's like I had one of those anime power-ups, dude. I had an anime power-up for Jesus. Dude, do you see that? That was crazy. You did the thing? I did do the thing. Anyways, honestly, if you need your parents' permission for something, you're too young for this live. Wait, I don't know who that's directed towards, but yeah, probably. That's probably true. Well, no, it depends. I don't know. Yeah, this live is a little bit on the edgier side. So, I don't make content for kids. That's not a secret. Everyone knows this. You are trans? You better believe I am. You better believe I am. I've seen people make fun of you and videos on YouTube. They make you seem so bad, like you did something to your viewers, but I don't see anything wrong with you. Aw, gee golly, who would have guessed that drama slop videos aren't an accurate source of information? 15 of you approved me yesterday. Look, I'm gonna be real, like, I assume that they're referring to, like, someone that, like, needs to ask their parents' permission before they watch something on the internet, right? That's what they're referring to. Like, the way that I view it is, like, I don't know, I'm not a parent, I don't give a fuck. Parents' responsibility. Skill issue. Yeah, I'm gonna be real. It's just not a me problem. Yes, do not listen to Darth Sloppius. True. Dude, Darth Sloppius will tell you that I'm evil. I'm basically transgender Hitler. Don't you worry. That's a true allegation. You better believe I am. But you know, that's besides the point, you know. You know, the real question is, what if I wasn't? You know what? No, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. So, like, do you get offended when someone calls you a man? Yes, I get so angry. Grr, I am fuming. Because it's just so frustrating, bro. I'm like, I care so much. And stuff. That's right. Can we invade Poland, Femi? Hell yeah. Who does transgender Hitler put in the camps? Ideally transphobes. Nah, because that would be based. Sorry. In Minecraft, of course. Anyways, I'm leaving, Femi. Bye-bye. Alright, I hope you enjoyed your stay. Hopefully I get to see you tomorrow in chat, as well as the rest of you. No, Femi is cute and based. Let's go. Anyways, I'm going to turn into a 4x4 1500 Ram truck that is colored red. That's oddly specific. Does Hitler exist? I mean, yeah, he obviously is in Argentina. Come on. We all know this. Should I donate tomorrow? I get paid? If you want to, absolutely. Yes, any and all donations are always appreciated. Absolutely. Who is Darth Sloppiest? Oh, Darth Sloppiest. Yeah, Darth Sloppiest is a Cheeto. But that's like after he like gets burned in the fire and has to wear the Darth Vader suit. And then he becomes the apprentice of Ethan is Online, who says, henceforth, you shall be known as Darth Sloppiest. And then, yeah, that's basically what happens. Keep yapping, I'm almost finished. Okay, alright. Now I don't want to keep yapping. I want to just you know what? Chat, should I take a moment of silence? Should we take a moment of silence just for that message? Anyways. Let's see. Hey, I have an MTF girlfriend, and her friends are trying so hard to make her leave me. They don't want her to date me, and she gets depressed. What do I do? I'm scared of losing her. Look, if somebody's friends are like if there's, I don't know. Like, if there's nothing wrong with the relationship and, you know, her friends are just pieces of shit, and I don't know, I make that clear, like, hey, by the way, like, I don't know, just try to communicate with your partner. That's my advice. Just try to communicate to the best of your ability. Is that a wig or is it real? You better believe it's real. Anyways, what state do you live in? I live in the great state of Kabul, Afghanistan. That's right. I would poop and listen to this live stream at the same time if it makes you feel better. Oh, dude, I feel great now. Thank you, Peen Machine. I feel awesome after hearing that incredible chat message. You know, that's like my favorite one. Anyways. Lamau, is that a wig? No, she just transformed into a Jesus freak. That's true, that's true. Dude, I'm one of the Jesus freaks now. Did you not see my anime upgrade that happened on stream earlier? That was, like, very serious. Anyways. I'm MTF and my BF is FTM. Real. I got messaged by a chaser for the first time this week. My condolences. I am sorry to hear that. That does not sound particularly fun, to say the very least. I want to be in you. Great chat message. Thank you, Zach. Very, very cool. Great stuff. Hey, you're cute. Thank you, Alan. Thank you. What will people do if they knew you were a Jesus freak? Well, I don't think anybody actually thinks that, to be fair. 1 + 1 = 9,567,328. Prove me wrong. Why would I prove something that's factually correct wrong? It doesn't make any sense. How would I prove something true to be wrong? Anyways, do you get chasers, Femyoz? Tubian, you've been moderating for my chat for many months now. You of all people should absolutely know the answer. Or are you talking about DMs? In which case, yes, I do. I absolutely do. So you believe in Jesus? Nope. Anyways. Hi, Femi. Hello, Neptune. Yes, of course. Hell yeah. I got $168. Should I donate it all? It depends. I don't know what your financial status is like. I would just say, you know, just use your own discretion. Don't make financial decisions that cause harm to you, and only donate if you have the money and want to do so. That's my best advice. I don't want people to run their pockets dry on my behalf, right? I'd feel pretty bad about that. Wait, she has a Discord? Yeah, I do. Though I will say it's like an exclusive invite. Anyways, are you gay? I am quite homosexual, if you haven't noticed. I am quite the raging homosexual, for anyone who's not informed. I'm saving for money for my prom, but I still love you and support you. Well, thank you, Brad. I very much appreciate that. I mean, I currently have 168, but I get paid tomorrow. Again, it's up to you. I would love to get $168. That would be awesome, but I'm not going to pressure anybody into donating. Donate if you want to. It does help support me and the channel. You could donate through Super Chat, though I will say YouTube does take 30%, so just bear that in mind. I know a lot of people don't know that. Most people don't know that. Or alternatively, you could use Streamlabs. The Streamlabs link is in the pin message, in which case, if you use that, I do get all the money. It's streamlabs.com/Femyoz. If you're on mobile and can't click it for whatever reason, it's fairly easy to remember. Once again, streamlabs.com/Femyoz. Or alternatively, you could click on my channel. The first link in the About section is my Streamlabs link. Again, any and all donations are very much appreciated, even if it's just $1. Now then, with that being said, the most free way to support me, you know, not everybody can afford to do that, but what everyone can afford to do is double tapping to smash like. And, you know, we're currently streaming in front of 271 of our closest friends and family, but we only have 46 likes. Chat, can we fix that? I know for a fact we can't. Double tap the smash like. Now then, enough of me shilling myself. Let's get to 100 likes, though. Ideally. At least 50 likes. I mean, come on. But yeah, Discord link. I guess it's like an exclusive invite-only thing. Will you be my girl? I'll donate $200. If you donate the $200, yeah, sure. Anyways, I would donate, but I have negative $2 in my bank account. Yeah, no pressure to donate. Obviously, if you don't have the money, don't do it. Right? Hey, thank you, Tibby the Gay Cat, for the 420. You beautiful fucking bastard saying, I'm gay, meow, meow, eow, John Madden. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate that. I should decrease the delay on the dono thingy. You know. Anyways. Will you send me pics if I donate? Yeah, I guess. If you donate enough money. Yeah, sure, why not? $200, I don't see why not. Let's see. How long on HRT are you? You look so pretty. Thank you, Not Keith. I very much appreciate that. I've been on HRT for nearly 2 years now. Hi, it's me, Fixie Pixie. I'm just on a different account. Hello, Fixie Pixie, or Finnegan Fox, as you are on this account. Hope you're doing well. Cut your tits off. No, why would I do that? I'm not gonna do that. That sounds unpleasant. $25 for a Discord link. Usually I give out usually what I do is I'll just have somebody add me and then say who they are. So they'll add me by username, say who they are, and then I'll invite them to the Discord in DMs, and then I verify them after the fact. But usually I do that at the end of streams. Why else so creepy AF chat? I don't know, people be weird, people be weird. People be weird. Are you trans? You better believe I am. You know. I almost burned down my house today. Good job. Glad to hear. I'm so proud of you. Do you know Juice World? Yes. I do know who that is. If you can believe that. Anyways. Juice World is like my favorite K-pop idol. Anyways. Social Blade says you make close to $30,000 a year. I do not make $30,000 a year. So the reason it says that is also that's going to be the most that I would make. But the reason it says that is it doesn't realize that like with short streams, like in terms of the ad revenue I get, like when people watch short streams on mobile, I get the same ad revenue rate that like it's the same amount of ad revenue you would get from like regular old YouTube shorts basically. And yeah, so it's not very much, right? So it's kind of deceiving, right? But like most of the money that I get is through donos, right? And Social Blade doesn't account for that, right? But the I make fuck all in ad rev. I think I've made like a total of like over the course of like the entire duration of me being monetized, maybe $1,000 or no, sorry. No, because like no, because I haven't been monetized for that long. I think $1,000 total, including super chats and whatnot. Though to be fair, I haven't been monetized that long. And like $100 in ad revenue total. So I don't get that much in ad rev. Anyways, by the way, guys, if you don't give your life to Christ and repent, you will burn in hell and suffer forever. Oh, gee golly. I'm so motivated to turn to Christ. What? Wow, dude. Definitely gonna fall for the scare tactic. You know, that definitely works. Anyways, would you wrestle me in bed? I mean, I am very good at wrestling. You know, I would destroy you and stuff. That's right. Let's see here. How is your voice so nice? Thank you. Thank you, Lysis? I guess voice training is the main mechanism through which I have made my voice sound pretty decent, I suppose. I love your hair, OMG. Thank you, Berkeley. Thank you, Berkeley Welsh. I appreciate that. Let's see. Kamala or Trump? I feel like you're a bit late to that. Obviously, Kamala Harris. But, you're a bit late to that conversation, to say the very least. You got OnlyFans. Boy, wouldn't you like to know? Let's see. Good thing Jesus loves us because Christians fucking don't, Lamau. That's true. That's true. Look, there are some really good Christians out there, right? Perhaps you might call them the real Christians, the ones that are loving of thy neighbor. You know, the people that I actually fuck with, the people that are cool as shit. And you have like the really hateful fake Christians that stand against everything that Jesus stood for. You know? It's like, oh, you're like hateful? That's what you think Jesus would have wanted? You think you're following in the footsteps of Jesus by being vitriolic and hateful. That's just not how that works. Holy shit! 736 concurrents? What the How? How are we getting this many concurrents? Also, we're less than 20 likes away from 100. Double tap your screens to smash like. We could absolutely do it with this many viewers. Holy shit. Would you stick just the tip or all the way my... Yo, what are these questions? What are these questions? Anyways. Dude, this guy is saying MAGA 2024? Dog. It's not 2024 anymore. 2024 was a long-ass time ago. Dog. It's been 2025 for a while. Have you forgotten? Also, thank you so much for 100 likes, everybody. Keep double tapping, of course, to boost me in the algorithm. Double tap to boost me in the algorithm, of course. I love your hair. Why? Thank you. Biden 2008. Yes! Joe Biden 2008. Let's go! We want Dark Brandon for 2008. That bot must be running previous versions. Yeah, it's using outdated software. It's using outdated software. It doesn't realize that the election is over. Dude. Windows NT 4.0. Stop, don't make us Trump supporters look like assholes. We are not. Look, I'm sure that there are some Trump supporters that are fine people, but they're just misguided. At least that would be my perspective on them. But holy fuck, the vast majority of you suck. I'm sorry, that's just a fact. I rarely encounter Trump supporters that are nice to me. It's rare. It is very rare. I feel like you're trolling. No, I think you're trolling. Checkmate, liberal. Anyways. Let's see here. Femi, would you do a Civ 6 stream in the future? 6 not 7. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. Are you religious? I'm afraid not. I'm afraid not. Well, I do believe in the flying spaghetti monster, though. My stepmom's a Trump supporter and she watches your live streams. Okay, well, your stepmom's one of the good ones. Unless she hate watches me. But I'm presuming that your stepmom doesn't hate watch me. Look, there are some Trump supporters out there that are genuinely, like, fine, decent people, right? Now, I would view it as something that's in spite of the fact that they support Trump. I think that Trump goes against everything in terms of being compassionate and having basic human decency. But I think that there are some people that are just misled, right? And maybe there are a few people that feel the same way about me when they disagree with my politics. Maybe they think that I'm misled, but that I have good intentions, right? But generally, when people disagree with me politically, but I get along with them, it's usually the libertarian right rather than the authoritarian or religious right. Like, usually it's like libertarian right-wingers that disagree with me on economic shit. And that's the reason that they're, like, far right is for, like, they have, like, super far right, like, fucking anarcho-capitalist ideology or whatever the fuck, right? Whereas somebody like me, you know, I'm in favor of redistributing wealth, whatever the fuck that means, you know? Anyways, some people think he will fix the economy and that's all they care about. I think it's all lip service from Trump, though. Well, yeah, I think that what they fail to realize is that, no, Trump is not going to fix the economy. Having blanket tariff, there are people that genuinely believe that tariffs just is like other countries pay more. Like, I have unironically seen so many people say, yeah, dude, tariffs is like when the other countries have to pay more and we get more money. No, that's not how tariffs work. That's not what those words mean. That you don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, anyways, Trump supporters are evil. Look, some of them are genuinely fucking vile, disgusting people, but we have to remember that a lot of them are just like ignorant, right? I don't think that we should, I don't know. I think we should be careful when labeling people and determining, like, okay, are they ignorant, or is it the case that, like, you know, there's more to it than that? Tariffs mean we, the consumers, pay more in the end. That's what I'm saying. I'm a conservative, still support LGBTQ and trans rights. See, and there's people that are genuinely decent people, or at least presumably. I mean, I don't know them personally, that are like that, right? Where it's like, okay, like, we disagree on some shit, but like they're not fundamentally bad people, right? Let's see. LGBTQIA wants to legalize pedophilia. Literally where? When is this the case? Where is this happening? It just sounds like you've made shit up. Hey, I finally decided to start HRT next month. Well, congratulations, Lupa. Congratulations. AOC is the next president. Gee golly, I fucking wish. Wouldn't that be based? Conservatives are the biggest idiots. Generally, yeah, that's the case. I believe it's also the case that conservatives have lower IQs on average. Get this lady a podcast. Hell yeah, Taco. I agree. Trump 0%. Hell yeah. Can you still stand up while you pee? Why is that the first place your mind goes to? Can you still stand up when you pee? Dear Lord. You disgust me so much. You're just confused. Really? What am I confused about then? I'm so confused. Oh, shit. That's how I'm confused. I'm confused as to what I meant to be confused about. So, therefore, I'm confused. Fuck. You got me good. Where can I get HRT? I'm a gender. Hugs from Texas. I don't know. Maybe Planned Parenthood. I guess it depends on your circumstances. I'm not sure. But yeah. I would definitely recommend Planned Parenthood. Let's see. You're confused. Why your choker doesn't cover that big-ass Adam's apple. But my choker is beneath my Adam's apple. Substantially. So you must have no clue where my Adam's apple is if you think that my choker is meant to hide it. You've just affirmed that I passed better than you would like to let on. Which is interesting. Show us yourself with no fake hair. I'm doing that. I'm already doing that. Believe me. That's already happening. You pass? I didn't say that I pass. I'm saying that based on what they're saying, I pass better than what they'd like to let on. Right? If it's the case that they have to make shit up to nitpick, then yeah, they probably don't have very much to criticize. Where the mods at? Dude, that's a good question. Dude. Anyways. The fall of civilization all starts when genders are confused. That's so true! Dude, I am causing the fall of civilization as we speak. All right? Civilization is falling, and I am gonna make it fall. All right? Do you have a deeper voice? You better believe I do. Hell yeah. Anyways. Let's see. You are awesome. Why, thank you, Paul. Very much appreciate that. You do pass as a bottom. Shut up. I'm not a bottom. They're just jealous because you're gorgeous. Well, thank you. Thank you. Anyways. Make America gay again. I agree, the star. That's true. That's literally facts. How do you expect your mods to keep up with like 200 people? True. That's facts. I guess it's kind of difficult. My mods be working hard. You're a bottom with me? Well, goddamn. Shit. You know, Mackie Vowels, you've been around for a while. I'll give you mod because we're in need of more moderators. Just make sure not to false ban anybody. Other mods, keep an eye on who they're banning. Muted. Dog, I'm not stupid. I can see the little bar that says how loud I am. Alright? I'm not gonna fall for that. Christianity is dying. 3,000 churches a year shut down. We need to make Jesus gay in canon to attract new Christians. True. True. Okay, us mods are here, but there's only so many of us and hundreds of you retards. That's true. That's true. Can I mod? No, 33. You're a biological gray name. Anyways, people who vote for the party of Matt Walsh, quote unquote, fertile 15-year-olds, Matt Walsh be like transgender people group. Yeah, dude, It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, there are some people that don't know that long hair is something that exists. Or maybe they think that biological females are born with long hair and biological males are born with short hair. That's what they think. Laughs in gender neutral restroom? Fuck yeah. Anyways. Don't even get me started on Walsh. Yeah, Map Walsh. Minor attracted person Walsh. Anyways. What are your pronouns? She, they. Jesus had long hair, folks. True. Wait, does that mean that Jesus was a transgender wearing a wig? Oh my god. That's crazy. Dude, Jesus was transgender all along. You should get a wolf cut. Fuck, I mean, would it look good? I've thought about getting bangs. She/they/bottom. That's not true. I'm a big, strong top. Christianity is growing. The church thing was made up. Nope. Christianity is dying. Lol. Rip bozos. Y'all gay. That's true. And welcome back, tipster. Welcome back. Anyways. What the fuck is she, they? Dog. I'm sorry, but if you lack the fluid intelligence to figure it out, you know, this stream might be above your thinking capacity. You might just not have the cognitive ability to interpret the things that I'm saying. You know? You just lack the fluid intelligence. Yeah, there's some more stuff I could say, but it would be very ableist. And I don't know if I want to say it on stream. Anyways, it's never gay to sleep with the homies. True. Anyways, do a Mickey Mouse impression? No. Anyways, let's see. Hey, you're dope. I just wanted to add to your point. The world is a wild place and everyone out here is trying their hardest regardless of my views. Act with love to all. Simple as that. Thank you, Camden Harrison. Do it. Do I? I don't know. Nah, now it's being hyped up. Or, sorry. Or are we talking about the me saying things that I probably shouldn't on stream? Or are we talking about Mickey Mouse impression? Camden Harrison, Gerard David. Dude, true. I forgot about that. The classic Femyoz meme. It always makes me happy. It always warms my heart to see people referencing old Femyoz community memes. Like, for example, is somebody telling me to find gold. You know, not God, but gold. And I'm like, you know what? I will find gold. Alright? I'm finding gold as well as the son of gold. Camden Gerard Davis. You know? And that became an ongoing meme. And you know, it's like one of those things that I haven't referenced in a while. But it's like, it always makes me happy when I see other people reference it. You know? Gold referenced, I was there. Hell yeah, Hotel Guy. Hotel Guy, you've been around for a while. Adding you as standard moderator. Have I made Tipster? How have I not made Tipster moderator? Tipster, you get to be moderator. Alright. Don't be too harsh as moderators. Just ban people that are like super ultra mega spamming or like they're like transphobic or hateful or whatever. Yeah. But if people are just shitposting, then, you know, we allow that, of course. Have you not made the Tipster a mod? That's true. Okay, fine. I can do a Mickey Mouse impression. Hi, guys. It's me, Mickey Mouse. I love cock and ball torture. Dude, I'm sorry. What the fuck was that? I shall ban everyone. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. There was my Mickey Mouse impression. I, unsubscribed and reported. True. Tipster, ban me, please. Dude. Clip? Yo. That's gonna be a great clip. That's getting clipped, lol. Fuck yeah. I would pay you to not do that again. Chat. If I don't get a $50 dono within the next 15 minutes, I'm gonna do my shitty ass Mickey Mouse impression again. That's right. If by the hour mark of this live stream, we don't get the bag, all right? Or alternatively, you could pay me to do it an additional time. You know, per the request of the dono message, you know? Let's see, total tipster domination, true. Hey, thank you Hudson Murray for the $4.99 saying, if you give your life to Jesus, he will turn your life away from the gay sin. No! Not the gay sin. That's like the scariest one. Dude, it's the gay sin. Dude, it's the gay sin. Let's go. No, we have the Gayson. We have the Gayson, chat. We have the Gayson. Not the Gayson. Anyways. Ayo, dramatic comment reading. Yo, that is, that is something that we gotta do. We haven't done a dramatic comment reading in a while. Hold on. We gotta get the Max Payne theme, okay? That's what we need for this shit, alright? We need the goddamn Max Payne theme. 14 volume. Like this, okay? Because somebody that was doing a bunch of shit in my chat, being very annoying, starting a bunch of shit with one of my mods. You know, originally I was like, I don't think that they should be, banned. But oh my god, they were schizo posting a lot in my chat. Anyways. Let's see here. Where are they? We need to, like... Hey, thank you, Hudson Murray, for the $1.99 saying, Jesus can help all of you. Just pray once. Okay. Yo, chat. We're gonna pray to Satan, alright? Dude, wait, chat, who wants to summon Satan together? We're gonna summon Satan together, chat, alright? How to summon Satan. WikiHow. Alright? Dude. We're gonna summon and communicate with the demons, chat. Alright? Dude. Okay, so... Let's see. Choosing your demon. Summon a Mammon for wealth and financial issues. The demon Mammon is said to be Dude, I love wealth. We're gonna do that one. We're gonna summon Mammon. Summon Furcus for power enlightenment. Can I summon them all at the same time? Summon Purr for good health. Yo. Summoning the demon. Okay. I'm just gonna skip past this. Find a quiet place, okay? Draw a pentagram or large circle. Alright, dude. We could do... Pentagram... PNG. Alright? Chat, we're gonna summon Satan together, okay? We're gonna summon Satan, alright? Chat, you guys gotta do the chant with me, alright? Otherwise it won't work, alright? Alright, let's begin. Ooga chaka, 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 laka 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 ding, 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 laka 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 ding. Ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga chaka. Thank you for the $1.99, Hudson Marie saying, sin separates us from God. That's true. Ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga chaka. Laka 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 ding! 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 Ooga chaka, 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 laka 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 ding, laka 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 ding, laka 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 ding, laka 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 ding. All right, chat. It's about time. One more. Ooga chaka, 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 ooga chaka. Laka 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 ding! 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 Hello, it is I, Satan. I am summoned from Femyoz, the greatest YouTuber of all time. Hail me, I am Satan. I have been summoned. I am possessing the body of Femyoz, my favorite live streamer. Make sure to subscribe with notifications on and double tap to smash like. Oh, yes, I've been summoned. Why, it is I, Satan. My cat is trying to leave. Hello, Reese. I'm going to let you out. Sorry about this. And now that I have been summoned, I hereby proclaim that you will all go to hell. You will all be a part of my satanic cult. And there's nothing you can do about it. You were all wrong the whole time. Anyways, with that being said, oh wait, I forgot to anyways, now, I'm going to I'm gonna stop possessing this body so that the live stream can continue. Oh shit, what the fuck happened? Oh my goodness gracious. What the heck? Well, what was that all about? Oh yeah, I like summoned Satan. That clamace to be a lady. Awesome spelling. Good stuff. Alright. Ah. That was very epic. Oh, dude, what the hell did I just do? Dude, we just summoned Satan together, alright? Good stuff, good stuff. Oh, dear. Okay, anyways, yeah, W Satan summoning. I agree. Alright, I need to drink some water, and then we're gonna do the dramatic reading of the YouTube comments that I received. W bit, hell yeah. Hey, thank you, Dead AVM, for the $1.99, you beautiful fucking bastard, saying, bottom alert, I'm a top, not a bottom. What do you mean? All hail Fem, all hail Fem, all hail Fem, all hail Fem. True. As a Satanist, that's not how it works. Yes, it is. It's exactly how it works. You just saw it. You saw the evidence before your eyes. We have so many eyewitness testimonies. That's right. Let's see those titties, bitch. Hey, yo! Thank you, the Tau Crafter, for the $10, you beautiful fucking bastard. Saying, love the energy, fam. Why, thank you. I very much appreciate that. Anyways, let's see. Do a SpongeBob impression. Dog, you have said that, like, 50 times now. Why don't you do a getting put in timeout for 30 minutes impression? That's right. Let's go. Yes, my favorite. Oh my god. They're doing such a good impression of that. Oh my god. They're like, dude, they're playing the part so well. Yes. I'll do two Skirt Go Spinny for the $10. Why not? I haven't done any today. Why the hell not? Alright. For anyone who hasn't seen the fit, here it is. Yes, it's a certified classic. I know. Good stuff. It's great. It's amazing. The greatest outfit of all time. Oh. Boy, oh boy. Ah. Well, that was fun. Anyways, gay ass. The waist is just about snatched. What does that mean? I love this skirt so much. Why, thank you. Why, thank you. I appreciate that. W fit. Why, thank you. Makes me want to put my skirt on. Let's go. Anyways, do I regret supporting? No. Let's go. Lol, possession. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, no, I think that me, like, screaming at the top of my lungs, getting summoned, when I was summoning Satan, I think that scared my cat. Anyways. Are you gay or just trans? I'm both. What mic do you use? I use a Fifine K670. Here, I could put it in chat. Hold on, it's... K670. I think it's this one. So, yeah. Also, the W key fell out of my keyboard again. It'd always be doing that. Lamau the funny boom boom vest? Huh? I'm not Islamic. Anyways. cute spinnies. Sorry, dude, that was such a, dude. Anyways, yay, we love non-hateful people, hell yeah. I can't tell if I'm trans or gender fluid, I don't care what I am. Well, wouldn't gender fluid be like a form of trans? Femyoz, convert to Islam and wear the vest or I unsub. What religion annoys you the least? Buddhism. I think Buddhism is fucking based. Because, like, I have never, not once have I ever met a Buddhist that was annoying. So I think Buddhism. Yeah, I think Buddhism is pretty cool. Because, like, I mean, have you ever had a negative encounter with a Buddhist? No. Probably not. So, you know. Gender fluid is too OP. Fuck yeah. But yeah, anyways, dude. Where the hell? How do I... Bro, I can't even... Oh, man. I can't even get the whole comment. Why? Why isn't there the read more button? Give me the read more button. Okay, where the hell? Okay, I have to, like, open... No! Stop! Okay, never mind. We're not doing this segment. There's no read more button on it. Like, look, I'm telling you. Oh, wait, no. Wait, hold on. No, because I know... Wait, maybe... Oh, no, wait. Never mind. I think that they just deleted one of their comments. I think. I don't know. Held? Are they held? Nope, there's none held for review. Okay. I don't fucking know. Let's see. Alright, we're gonna do this segment, alright? So basically, long story short, the lore is this guy was like, I don't know, arguing with one of my mods who may have been like a little bit like too stringent with banning people. But then this person turned out to be a complete schizo, got angry because reasons, I guess, and then he was like, can I get a refund? Like, no, I'm not refunding the money that you, like, first of all, the like donation money is non-refundable on YouTube, and he like sent it through super chat. So anyways, let's see what he has to say on the matter. Oh wait, hold on, I have to turn the volume down because yeah, there we go. Thanks to your mods, I'm never following you again. You have okay opinions, but your mods consider anyone with questions bannable. Well, that's not why you got banned. You got banned because you were being fucking annoying. God damn. But clearly he didn't make his point clear enough. So, he followed up by saying, long-term follower lost to shitty mods. I'm the Derek in question. I did nothing but ask okay questions. These mods are on a power trip. I've unsubscribed after giving $30 and trying to give more just for a conversation that became mods saying I'm just a troll. Thanks for helping me understand your community more. And then Lefty Meme says, I'm the Lefty in question. Welcome to Ban World, buddy. Let's go. Fuck yeah. Let's see. Awful Moda. Thanks for the $30 I spent. Nothing for being an inclusive community. You're the worst. Yes. And then his last comment is, trans supporters equals trolls. Here, don't take your time. Alright, I'll be sure not to take my time. I'll avoid that at all costs. He's crashing out because he was, like, arguing with, like, my mods over nothing. And then, like, yeah. Read a bunch of his messages and he's a hater. Yeah, it's like, dog, I'm gonna be so real, like, come on. Please read my comments. Sorry. Yeah, it was odd. He was paying you money to hate on Lovy. Yeah, like, out of all the things that you could use your money for, like, why that? You could use your money for anything. Anything in the world. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, trans equals trolls. Derek was never genuine to begin with. Yeah, I think you might be right. I think you might be right. Chat. Speaking of summoning Satan, chat, we're gonna be watching the demon behind watching porn and masturbation. Hashtag Prophet Lovy highlights. Yeah, this is a highlight for him. This is the best stuff that he's ever done. All right, this is the highlight of his career. Okay,
that can be sexually too. Can be sexual. The spirit of masturbation is a micro devil because it.
Dude, it's a micro devil. You know how like on the left there's microaggressions? Well, on the far right, we've got micro devils. It's the Christian right-wing equivalent of microaggressions.
Comes upon people at certain times and then it lifts and then it comes back and then it lifts.
That's one hell of a way to say that, like, sometimes people get horny and other times they don't. That's the obvious explanation. You don't have to do like this weird, like, bullshit pseudo-philosophical nonsense.
Try to bind it. Father, deliver me. You notice there is never a manifestation of in fact, when you pray,
there is never manifestation of there is never manifestation of Dude, I love that. I love that.
Did Father deliver me? You notice there is never a manifestation of in fact,
there is never manifestation of It's so good. It's perfect. I love this.
When you pray is not there. But the moment you finish
hold on a minute.
Praying, the urge comes back.
Oh, gee golly, if only there was like a solution to that. Such as, I don't know. Do I really have to say it? Do I have to say the best way to get rid of the urge? Do I have to explain this? I think it's fairly obvious.
God is good. We're going to learn something profound.
Dude, it's profound. You can tell because he did like the little pause, right? He didn't just say we're going to learn something profound. He said, we're going to learn something profound. Holy shit. Dude, it's going to be profound. It's going to be crazy shit. I didn't get the notification. Damn, YouTube.
And I will show you from scripture so that you can understand what we are going to speak about.
Oh boy, I'm so
We're
excited.
going to speak about.
Dude, we are going to speak about micro devils. I don't know why the R in "were" is capitalized, but you know, it's a hidden message, okay? It's a hidden message. All right, it's important, all right?
Micro devils. Now, when I mean micro, I don't mean.
Oh my God, there's a capital T. Dude, it's Okay? That's what we have so far.
Mean they are small. They are undetectable unless you are at a certain place spiritually.
Undetectable? What exactly is undetectable? Oh, the micro demons. Oh, you mean because they don't fucking exist? Oh, what the heck? Why can't we detect them? Because they're not real. Oh, fuck. Why can't we detect Casper the Ghost? I don't know, because he doesn't fucking exist. What do you mean? Oh, dude, you just have to ascend to another spiritual plane of existence. No, you fucking don't. Stupid ass. You're just making shit up.
Most dangerous spirits are not the spirits that are obvious.
Oh, it's like the ones that, like, you have to convince yourself are real. It's like the ones that aren't obvious unless you listen to the most blatant grifters imaginable, like this guy.
Are spirits that are camouflaged, hiding.
Dude, they just blend right into the background. They're hiding. You can only find them if you pay this guy money and stuff.
That you cannot tell.
Yeah, he made this after post-nut clarity.
That they are there.
He was just so ashamed of his gooning sesh that he had to make this.
There. This is why the
camouflage is crazy.
Unction, the power of God is so important in understanding.
Well, the power of God must not be very strong if it's being superseded by the power of micro demons for your micro penis. Like, dog, I'm gonna be so real. Now for me, For me personally, I have macro demons from my humongous schlong. But I get it. This guy has micro demons.
Your position in him that
My position in him? Inside of him? I'm not sure that's the route you want to go.
you can set people free that don't even know that they are bound.
Why is the T capitalized? We've got ert.
There are people who are obviously tormented.
Like you?
There are people who are obviously suffering in certain areas of their lives.
But if you buy my thing that I'm selling, then you'll not be suffering anymore.
But there
That's
are
what this
also
is.
people who are tormented.
Yes, I'm tormented by people like you that are like dumb as fuck. Okay, so there's not like a hidden meaning. He just doesn't know how to type properly. He's just randomly capitalizing T's. That's like 3 in a row. 3 T's that are capitalized in a row. So R T T T. Is it
But they don't know that it is torment from a devil.
from a devil? I thought there was just like the devil. Now there's like multiple. It's it's monotheistic, but when it comes to the devil, it's polytheistic, I guess.
There
Or
are some
shit.
of my
Not polytheistic, but you know what I mean.
own spiritual children in the church
Yeah, dude, I got macro demons for my macro penis. He's got micro demons for his micro penis.
that in a service I am ministering and
I can feel the micro demons coming inside of me. Yeah.
they have every gear you can
Every gear you could think of.
and
Whoa.
they manifest like crazy and they get delivered.
Wow, that's crazy.
But they were serving, they've been in church
Oh, wow, there's a capital V there. We've got V. I don't know what the fuck that means.
because
Oh, I think that he just doesn't know how to capitalize shit. You know, it's just like, he wrote this like the first time. He just like wrote the text on screen once. He didn't bother checking it. Oh, fuck that shit. That requires too much effort. I can't be fucked to do that. You know, whatever I write the first time is good enough. All right? I don't need to check for anything like spelling mistakes or capitalization errors. Oh, fuck that. That shit's gay.
the spirit they were dealing with was a micro devil. It was
Yeah, I'm sure it's a micro devil for your
a
penis.
hidden spirit that is undetectable
Yeah, because your dick is undetectable.
unless a certain level of spirituality is available.
Oh, dude. You need a certain level of spirituality to detect this guy's micro penis. That's crazy.
And these are
The guy writing the captions was releasing his micro devils. True.
some of the most dangerous spirits to deal with because you may think it is just the cards that life has dealt you. You may think that it is normal, but
But in reality, it's not normal to masturbate. It's evil. You're gonna go to hell and die and suffer for eternity if you do that. You're not allowed to have fun.
in reality, some of these things are spirits that are undetectable.
Yeah, you've said that like 20 times now, dipshit. Would you like to make an argument substantiating that claim? Or are you just gonna say it over and over again? Like, Jesus, fuck. No wonder why this video is 41 minutes long. It's because you say the same shit over and over again.
And most of the time, this spirit
Yeah, his chastity cage is definitely welded shut. For sure, for sure. But guys, no. It's because he's achieved spirituality level 99. Alright?
spirits hide in a particular place.
Is it in my urethra? Damn. I didn't know the spirits were hiding in my urethra.
And I
Wow.
will show you that place.
Or wait, you're gonna show me your urethra? Yo, dude, that's like, I don't know if I can show that on screen. Like, I can't show that to my stream, dude.
This is a very, very sensitive subject.
I'm sure your urethra is very sensitive.
Now,
Yes.
I am going to teach you how to detect undetectable demons.
And detectable demons. I'm gonna teach you how to detect and detectable demons. That is what the text says. Now, I am going to teach you how to detect
I am going to teach you how to detect and
and detectable demons. I am going to teach you how to detect and detectable demons.
detectable demons.
Dude, the and detectable demons are inside of my urethra.
And I will also teach you how to detect torment that is not of the devil, but it is God.
Wait, what? Wait, God is tormenting me? Wait, your God sucks then. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. If it's the case that torment comes not from the devil, but comes from God himself, then you're just acknowledging that, like, oh, so God just, like, wants people to suffer for no reason. You don't even have, like, the degree of separation. You can't even do the bullshit where you pretend like there's a degree of separation of, oh, well, you know, it's actually the devil. It's Satan that's making you tempted to do the bad things. But God wants you to do the good things, right? You don't even get to the degree of separation with that. It's just, no, God wants you to suffer. It's God that's tormenting you, not the devil. Make sure to worship the God that's tormenting you.
God can torment you also. And
oh, wow, incredible. And we've got a capital S. God is...
God's torment is not to drive you insane.
Oh,
God's
really?
torment is to push you.
To push you? Why can't he just modify your brain chemistry and have that push you? Like, modify it in a way that, like, I don't know, causes positive outcomes. Like, push you to do what?
To do what he wants you to do because...
Wait, hold on, wait. If you believe it's the case that this God is doing it to push you to do what he wants you to do, because you're not doing it or whatever, right? Then you would agree that God is an interventionist, right? Which completely flies in the face of any arguments about free will. So it's the case that God, obviously, you know, he's all powerful, all knowing, etc., right? And all good, right? Well, then it's going to be the case that, you know, he created everybody, right? Including me and all of the chemicals in my brain. He created the environment that I'm in, right? And he knows exactly, right, when he makes my brain chemistry a certain way, what the exact outcome of that is going to be. And he goes out of his way to torment me to get me to do what I want. Does that sound like I have free will? Well, no. I would wager no. It's like, okay, so like he's not only like creating my brain in a specific way, but then like he's also fucking with it to get the outcomes that he wants. Which, okay, fine, but why doesn't he fuck with other things to get better outcomes? Why only fuck with people to make them suffer when you could do things that are better than that? Does she believe in God? I do not.
Because you're not doing it. Oh yes, God can torment you. I know you haven't been taught that, but I can show you throughout scripture.
Oh, you can? All right.
I will show you how micro devils operate.
Wait, micro devils? Wait, is God the micro devils? Because these are like two different arguments. Either it's the case that God is tormenting us all, or it's the micro devils that are tormenting our micro penises. Except for me, it would be macro devils for my massive schlong.
And how God's torment also comes. God can torment
yes, God's torment makes you come. That's true.
you, not to destroy you. Like an example, if somebody owes you something and you say, Father, I need this, and this person has withheld this, Father, in the
Dude, I'm sorry, what are the structure of these sentences?
name of Jesus, cause them to give me what is mine. What do you think God, you think God is going to go and say, give back what you took?
Huh? I'm not sure what he's trying to argue here. What is his point? What the fuck is he
They're
saying?
supposed to do it. Do you know what God will do? God will give them no rest until they give it back. Now, if they don't interpret that no rest correctly.
Okay. So, you're saying that, like, if somebody is, like, guilty because they stole something? And that's the unrest? Well, what if somebody's a psychopath that just doesn't feel guilt? Well, that destroys your entire argument. Oh, well, I guess it applies, but, like, God doesn't torment psychopaths because, like, they're built different, I guess. They don't need to be tormented. Fuck that. They get to, like, do whatever they want, I guess. Sort of. I don't know.
They will get into more problems. But God can take rest from...
No, there are people that get away with shit. I don't think this guy realizes how that works. But alright.
somebody.
He doesn't torment psychopaths because he is one. You know, that would make sense from like an internal standpoint,
Because
yeah.
they haven't fulfilled something. The moment they fulfill that thing, they will get rest. Their spirit will come
Yeah, that's not how that works.
down. 1 Samuel 16.
Yo, I'm gonna be real, this shit's boring as hell. I mean, it's not, it's fun, but like, he just says so much dumb shit where it's like, you know, I gotta respond to this. I gotta pause it. I'm a psychopath? Is that so? Is that so? Hey, someone tell me what a sounding rod... Dude, no, I'm not telling you what a sounding rod is. Okay, well, Billy Mays told you. All right. Good stuff. Great. Thank you. Very cool. All right, we'll continue.
From verse 14.
But the Spirit of the Lord departed from Saul,
So the Spirit of the Lord departed from Saul.
and an evil spirit
All right, dude, he's just yapping about dumb shit. I don't care. I'm gonna be so honest. I don't give a fuck about what he's saying. You know, we've been making fun of Christians a lot, but we haven't made fun of Islam in a while. So, you better believe that's what we're gonna be doing. Is masturbation really haram? Short Islamic video. All right,
He's either going
let's
to
see.
fall into a zina, or he would have to masturbate. Brothers,
Oh, dude, let's go. Yay, I'm so excited.
he's either going to fall into a zina, or he would have to masturbate. Brothers,
Dude, what is zina? Brothers
I know there's young brothers
and
here.
sisters.
However, this is a very common predicament that people find themselves in.
Very common, very common.
And don't
Dude, me when I'm in the middle of the desert and I feel the need to masturbate to the sand. Except I wouldn't do that because I don't like sand. It's coarse, it's rough, it's irritating, and it gets everywhere. Unlike here, where everything is smooth. I believe life begins at ejaculation. So real.
take away from this that I'm saying that it's okay for you to do haram.
Yeah, no haram. Don't do haram, chat. Very bad.
We're talking about someone تهيأت
Use the sand as lube. Yo, that's crazy.
له الأسباب. He just came out of a haram relationship.
Dude, don't do it, dude. He just got out of the kebab relationship.
He was doing all of this haram. And
Dude, he was doing so much haram.
now the shaitan's getting to him, or she's calling
Dude, the shit on is coming. Dude, the shit on is coming to you.
him, or other women are throwing themselves at this individual.
Dude, that's so relatable. Women do be throwing themselves at me.
And the only way around it is if he masturbates.
Dude, if you slowly walk the camels in the desert, that's the way around it, okay? Chat, why are we not slowly walking the camels through the desert as he masturbates? Wait, hold on. Do you think that these people are gooning? I mean, we can't see both of their hands. Like maybe they're like gooning as they're walking the camels. They're like, "Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I love walking the camel. This is my favorite activity."
Right. Ibn Taymiyyah rahmatullahi alayhi was actually
Yo, this guy has really bad posture. This guy over on the left, he's like, dude, what is this fucking posture, dude? He's like, he's really standing over here like, oh, fuck. Bro, he's standing over there like, I'm sorry, that's just, dude, send all gooners to Guantanamo Bay? Fuck yeah, dude. Let's go. Alright, let's continue.
asked about this. He said it is haram to masturbate.
It's haram to masturbate, chat! It is haram! You can't do it! You can't do it! It is haram!
According to the majority of the scholars.
No! No! That's so bad. Yeah, inshallah. Inshallah, brothers. Allahu Akbar.
However, they make an exemption if this individual, my brothers and my sisters,
Yo, do I have a towel with me? Wait, chat. Fuck. Chat, I need to go get something real quick. Alright, chat, I'm back. Dude, sorry, I just, felt awfully exposed. We can't have my face showing. So, anyways, sorry, where were we? My brothers and sisters, it is haram! It is dude, I'm having an LT Corvus moment. Yeah, didn't LT Corvus, become, a Nazi or something? Dude, chat, is this me on my Nazi arc? No, just kidding. I wouldn't do that. Nazis are cringe. Inshallah, you must cover up, chat.
is going to fall into some serious haram.
Yes, chat. We wouldn't want to do that. We
Right.
don't want haram. That's bad.
Would he be allowed now to carry out the sin? If
No, we can't do sin. That's haram. That's like bad. Okay, we don't want to do something that's haram. Okay, that would be like the worst thing ever.
and we're talking about, right? There's a very high possibility that he's now going to go and commit fahisha with a
No, don't commit fahisha. That's like the worst.
woman. Which is the lesser of the two evils? Are you brothers and sisters with me? Don't
Yes, brothers and sisters, are you with
turn
me?
around to me and say, oh,
Middle Eastern Femyoz is kind of hot. Not gonna lie. Let's go.
wallahi, I thought I was going to fall into haram with a woman.
Oh well, dude, I'm doing haram with a woman. Actually,
When you've never ever come close to a woman.
no, don't commit fajita. Don't commit fajita, chat. Don't commit Felicia.
You've been holding yourself together all of this time. Right?
Dude, I am holding myself together.
We're talking about someone who's
Dude.
been falling into haram. Just came out of
No, don't worry, chat. I'm not falling into
Haram
haram.
relationship.
Alright, I'm covering my skin and
However,
everything.
now. He finds himself in this
Dude, I'm gonna walk my camel through the desert as I avoid the gooning lifestyle.
predicament. And the shaitan keeps knocking. And she keeps knocking as well.
No,
It's getting to
not the shitan, the shaitan, shitathon.
And there's a high possibility that he
According to the Quran, if you see a woman naked, you have permission to rape her. Okay, well, you know, it sounds about
might
right.
end up falling into that. هذا أمر مهم جدا.
I don't know what that was. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know what I don't know what we just watched. I try, dude. I butchered, dude. I can't pronounce what he said at the end. Haramyos, yeah, dude. Don't worry, chat. I'm covering my skin because you know I wouldn't want to do all. All right, dude. All right, I'm sorry. I'm getting. This bit isn't funny anymore. It's fucking cringe. Sorry. Let me like put the fucking towel away. Okay. Chat. I think I may have in the words of George Lucas, I think I may have gone too far in a few places. Dude. Mashallah, Marastios. Yes. Yes, yes. Dude. Islamophobia bad? Look, I just don't like religion in general. But like, I mean, not that I don't have an issue with religious people. I just think that it's funny to make fun of religion. You know? But maybe that's just my personal view on the matter. But yeah, anyways. I want to roast you like the pot of Molech. I don't know what the fuck that means. I hate everyone. Yo, dude, same. That's honestly kind of relatable. Please teach me your ways. How do I become more feminine? This femboy build is too hard to make. Just do HRT. I was talking to Date AVM, you said Islamophobia is funny. Well, I mean, in all fairness, I mean, I'm sorry. Look, I make fun of everybody, okay? Yeah, no, you can't make fun of Islam because, like, you just can't, okay? It's bad. You're not allowed to do that. You can make fun of Christianity as much as you want, but Islam, no. Not allowed to do that. That's, like, bad and stuff. It's like, sorry, but, like, if I get to make fun of Christians for being homophobic, I get to make fun of Muslims since some of them throw us off of buildings. So, like, you know, I think it's, like, pretty fair. Like, both groups of people kill us. Like, sorry, like, both groups are very hateful towards queer people. So, yeah. Now, obviously, there's going to be some Muslims and some Christians that are good, right? But a lot of them suck. A lot of them suck. As long as it's just Christianity, but it's basically the same shit. All of it is the same. I'm going to be real. All the Abrahamic religions are just the same fucking shit. That's like getting me mad at everyone making Christian jokes. Bruh, it's jokes. Mao, it's not that deep. Yeah, exactly. It's nothing good about Christianity and everything bad about Christianity. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, it's the same shit. Well, then I'm gonna make fun of you. Fair enough. Feel free. You're more than welcome to do that. 6 people died and 19 got injured in a mosque shooting by an Islamophobic piece of shit. Yeah, that's like obviously bad. Like, I don't think it takes a genius to know that my position on the matter is that, yeah, you obviously shouldn't shoot people. And obviously you shouldn't discriminate against individual people on the basis of their faith. Right? No shit. I think there's like a difference between that and like, I don't know, making a joke at the expense of something. You know what I mean? Do you get bullied for what you are? Not that much, to be fair. Tradition is one hell of a dangerous substitute for critical thinking. The day you stop being willing to learn new things and do better is the day you stop being a useful member of society. Hell yeah. Dude. I'm gonna be real, though. Chat, should I do, when I do segments about Islam, should I put do I put the towel on my head? According to the Quran, Muhammad rode to Mecca on a flying donkey. Yeah, sounds like something that genuinely happened. Absolutely. No, yippee, yes. Put a content warning so people don't get offended. If people get offended, I feel like it's a skill issue. Like, I'm gonna be hard no? Why not? It was funny. Yeah, put a warning, mosque shooting was bad. Yeah, in case people can't figure that out themselves. You know, in case my audience is fucking retarded and thinks that committing mass shootings is good. Yo, I better put the disclaimer. Hey, by the way, murdering innocent people is bad. You shouldn't do that. Yes, I'll be sure to put that disclaimer there. You're gonna get canceled? I am. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I am. Look, I'm sorry, but I believe that cancel culture isn't real unless you allow yourself to get canceled. Alright? I'm gonna be real. I'm basically uncancelable when it comes to my humor. Because, look, y'all, like, the people that are like, no, don't do it, aren't saying that because they're personally super offended by it and are gonna stop watching me for that type of shit. They're worried that other people that aren't them, that are optics cucks, are gonna see it and not like it. Right? Where at the end of the day, I'm not an optics cuck. Whether you get canceled or not depends on your audience. Well, that's the thing, is I've already weeded out all the people that get easily offended. Right? Like, I've already weeded those people out. I've weeded out the far-right lunatics that think it's, like, okay to be genuinely hateful towards minorities. Right? Like I've weeded everyone out that's, like, shit. You know what I mean? We won't let you get canceled? Hell yeah. I just don't want you getting a strike or stream taken down for it. Well, my stream is still in the green. Alright, look at this shit. Alright. Literally, no issues with this. Alright. Monetization on. Alright. Fucking, we got the green $sign. This video is being monetized. We're not even demonetized. Nothing I said is too far. Fair enough, I vote towel. Let's go! Yeah, I'm sure that it'll be like a yellow $sign by the time I... once it finishes processing, it's gonna be yellow $sign, but... yeah, I don't know. Hey, Bottomyos, what did I miss? Quality content. Let's go. We out of the old days where we could say whatever we wanted. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, like, I want to be able to just say what I want. Hi, Femyoz, you're hot and stuff. Give him hell. Yeah. Anyways. When people say, fuck, now we can't be in the KKK anymore. Fucking woke. Yeah, that shit's annoying. Or, no, what's worse is when people are like, I can't believe the right is being censored. They say with a megaphone on a stage in front of thousands of people on TV in front of 300 million viewers. The cancel culture era was like 2019 to 2021. Just don't risk the monetization. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not gonna say slurs. You know what I mean? But yeah. I don't think that I'm gonna do anything that's like... Yeah. Gasp, Femi gone woke? Well, that's the thing is, like... I'm gonna be real. Like, I'm pretty fucking set in terms of, like... Okay, like, this is how I conduct myself. This is my humor. This is the audience that I want to cultivate, right? Like, I know what I'm going for. How long has stream been going on? About an hour and a half. Femboys for Islam? You know what? Fair enough. But yeah, dude, I've gone woke. I want to get to a point where, like, edgy humor is, like, leftist coded, right? I think we're getting closer to that. But, like, there was, like, a big period of time where, like, being an edgelord was, like, considered right-wing. Which is fucking stupid. It doesn't even make any sense. But yeah. I have a conspiracy theory that Femi lives in Wyoming. Dude. I can't believe you just state doxed me. Fucked up. More like Islam for femboys since the people who aren't supposed to like femboys love. Wait, what? Anyways, Fem, you still in Kabul, Afghanistan? Hell yeah. Why you short? I'm very tall, actually. I don't know what you're on about. Short? Me? Never. I'm eating fried onions and chips ahoy at midnight while watching a trans girl who's hotter than I will ever be. Please help. I am not hotter than you will ever be. Short-ah girl? I am not short. I'm 5'6", which is tall. I didn't finish my sentence, forget it. It's so obvious some of them don't care about free speech. They only care about using free speech as a cudgel to justify hate speech. Oh yeah, absolutely. But then as soon as somebody like me makes an edgy joke, they want me to get deplatformed. Because they're fucking hypocrites. Whereas somebody like me doesn't want people to get deplatformed for their beliefs or for making edgy jokes, right? I'm actually in favor of comedians being able to make jokes about whatever they want and not getting, you know, fucking deplatformed for it. Because that's bullshit, right? You should be allowed to be funny and have fun and not have to fucking walk in eggshells if you're a comedian especially, right? But like, I don't know. But it's like, other people won't offer me that same level of respect. Which was like, it used to be surprising to me, but it's not in retrospect. Right? Like, I remember like DMing people in the commentary community after my channel got demonetized for no reason. When I was like in a drama with a Cheeto who has a way bigger channel than me, right? And I got demonetized across my entire channel for no reason, right? And I DM'd a bunch of commentary YouTubers, and nobody except for Tommy C gave a fuck, right? Like, none of these people actually care about free speech, unless it's something that's useful to them. Every joke is fine as long as it's not coming from a place of genuine hate. I generally agree with that, yeah. I generally agree with that. I think that, yeah, like, we shouldn't be anti-humor. Thoughts on a Quebec comedian making fun of a 17-year-old disabled singer, calling him ugly and saying he's a shit singer. There's not really a joke there. That's just like, yeah, dude, disabled people. Ha! They sure are ugly, am I right? There's not really a joke there. W Tommy C, how I found you? Fuck yeah. Dude, does Tommy C still stream? I know that he got into like a beef with like Queeman. And I was like, that's interesting. But Aside from that, I don't know if there's like, if anything has happened in that community. Pretty sure he just sort of does his own thing. He's kind of like me in that way. He just does his own shit. He just doesn't give a fuck. Check on the homie? Fuck yeah, dude. Dude, Tommy C is like one of the reasons that I ended up being like more like open to the commentary community again. Cause like, I don't know. Cause I was like purely coming at it from like the angle of like a lefty. Whereas like, I don't know. Whereas I saw like, okay, like I see like what I used to like in the commentary community, in Tommy C, right? Tommy C is like a relic of the past in the best way possible. Like he's what the commentary community was at its best. Like unironically. Like anti-censorship, like anti-false DMCA, like I don't know. Like talking about like the bare bones shit that commentary was actually about. You know what I mean? Not doing this like fucking weird virtue signally cucked out bullshit where everything needs to be moralized. Everything needs to be like super fucking important. Like no. Let's see. Okay, yeah, he does still stream sometimes. Yo, I gotta catch up. I gotta catch up with him. Okay, he covered the content cop. He was probably more critical of iDubbbz than I was. I was pretty middle of the road with my stance on the iDubbbz content cop. Maybe slightly in favor of Ethan over iDubbbz. Dude, we are all comment cop. Okay, he's just shitting on Boblack Space. Okay. Alright, I'm Alex. Dude, I fucking forgot about I'm Alex. That guy was a fucking snake. That guy was a snaky ass bitch. And then he turned out to be an abuser, which makes sense. Anyways. Let's see here. Also, I don't know what the fuck you're saying in French. Je suis très bon en français. Je suis bilingue. Vive Femyoz, c'est la meilleure stream use sur ce site. That's true. I don't know what that means, but that's probably correct. Yes, baguette Eiffel Tower. Yes. Baguette Eiffel Tower. I'm not even a mod, but please don't spam. It's just annoying. I agree. Spamming is very annoying. But yeah. Anyways. Ribbit. Yo, you a frog? I said Femyoz is the best streamer on this website. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I agree. Thank you. Yes. Baguette Eiffel Tower. Croissant. Baguette. Oh. Oui. Yeah, dude. I speak. Yeah, see, I can speak French. You just heard it. I have a new conspiracy theory that the French aren't actually saying anything. They're just making sounds. Yeah, that sounds about right. Only I, a based mod, can spam. And no one but Femyoz can stop me. Crunch. Fuck yeah. Mommy, yo. Oh, Kimmy, you deleted the message. Great. Fucking bottom. Bottom ass bitch. We all saw that. You know, we're not unaware of it. But yeah, dude. We should counter the woke mind virus with the MAGA mind virus. Dude. I think that the better way to counter it is just by, like, pointing out the absurdity of it. You know? But yeah, we could do that. I guess that's kind of like... I don't know. I said if I love Femyoz in sign language, but I can't exactly type that. Let's go. Fuck yeah. What is the pink thing? That That's my fidget toy. Yeah. That's right. OMG, I just had the Mandela effect. That's so. I saw it. Yeah. Kimmy Core. So real. How y'all doing? Dude, chat is so slow now compared to what it was before. It was like super fast before, and now it's like pretty fucking slow. But yeah, dude. Today was so fun. I had such a fun time streaming. Like, how is there no Eiffel Tower emoji? Go back to trashing Islam, maybe? I already did that, though. I think that the summoning Satan part is something I gotta, like, clip and make into a YouTube short. It was active. Go the fuck to bed, it's past your bedtime? No, it's not. It's not past my bedtime. I don't need a bedtime. We will not be suppressed, brothers. Real. Look, I make fun of everybody. I rarely make fun of Islam, to be honest. I make fun of Christianity mostly, in all fairness. Femyoz, opinions on chatters who summon demons to your streams. I think that's based. I think people should do that more often. Jorking it? Fuck yeah. I like making fun of Catholic priests? Hell yeah. Yeah, Islam jokes are not that deep. I'm gonna be real. Like, yes, I think that, like, the politicians that use anti-Islam as a talking point generally suck because they're right-wing. They use anti-Islam as, like, the way, like, the mechanism through which they do that. But yeah. Anyways. Chat. What did we talk about? I'm getting, like, tired. I, like, wore myself out. You know? I wore myself out today. Yeah. So. Chat, what did we talk about? What did we talk about? Playlists. Here, wait. I have an idea. Beep, beep, pew. Our new political religions. Here, we'll watch part of this. It's from Dark Matter. Okay? Politics/religion. I said I was gonna watch this a while ago, but we never got around to it. So I'll probably watch it in 2 parts. Okay. Pretty ominous. Dark Matter 2525.
I know this video is going to anger some people.
Well, I'm not going to be one of them.
But that is not my intent.
Okay.
Please understand that I'm just telling you why I see things the way that I do.
Bro has the beard that Chud Logic wished he could have.
To do anything else would not be fully honest. And you deserve my...
Like, if Chud Logic had, like, an actual, like, decent beard, and, like, his face wasn't lopsided and dysgenic, and he just, like, shaved his head, instead of, like, letting it slowly bald, you know, maybe he'd look, you know, half as good as this.
Honesty. I want us all to try to see things more objectively. Try to remove your attachments to the identities I'm going to address here.
Attachments? Whoa, what are you, a fucking Jedi saying I can't have my attachments?
I'm going to talk about why I think things are the way they are in terms of politics, how to see things more accurately, and how to be more persuasive to those who disagree with you politically.
Well, this seems like the video for me,
The
then.
purpose of this video is not to convince one side or the other. It is to provide explanations and
Okay, that's fair
effective
enough.
methods. Someone asked me why I've been talking about politics more than religion lately. Now, first of all, the two have always been entwined, but
Honestly, yeah. He's not wrong. People use religion as political talking points. Right? And vice versa. People take their political views and they insert it into their religion. They go hand in hand.
mainly I've spoken out against devotion to dogma.
Which I agree with. A dogma is bad.
Traditionally, that was most applicable to religion, but things are changing.
I would say that it's still very applicable to religion, but I would say that it's more of a political dogma than a religious dogma, right? Like when you see dogmatic Trump supporters, they're more dogmatic about their devotion to Trump than they are about their devotion to their religion, which I think is fascinating. So there definitely has been a shift.
They've changed a lot in my lifetime alone. Things used to be very different in terms of both relevance and resemblance. Politics is becoming more like religion.
Yes, absolutely.
So I still see it as almost as addressing religion still, because politics has become extremely dogmatic, not just in a way that surpasses religion, but also in a way that even somewhat replaces it.
Yeah, you could say that. I don't know if I don't know if I'd go as far as to say that it replaces religion, but I think that it is something that is as dogmatic as people's religions at this point when it comes to their political beliefs.
Our preachers and televangelists are pundits and influencers. We have blind loyalty to our political denomination. Our politicians are sacred figures.
Yeah, unironically, when it comes to Trump supporters, absolutely true. I will say when it comes to people that voted for Kamala Harris, it seems to be the case that, I don't know, people were more reasonable. You ever notice that? That like people that were Kamala Harris voters were like, well, I disagree with these specific policies, but I think that she's going to be like a better option than Trump, you know, for this reason, and this reason, right? You know, lesser of two evils type of mentality. Whereas the people that vote for Trump are just blindly following the dude. They won't criticize him on anything. He was right about everything. He's going to make America great. It's like this blind devotion, right? Yeah, it is ridiculous. Absolutely. Right?
We excommunicate dissenters and welcome converts. Where does
true.
that leave me as an atheist, a non-believer, one who says, I do not accept what any of you are selling? In this world of new religions composed of political parties, am I forced to abandon my disbelief and take a side? Well,
No.
yes and no. How's that for an answer about taking sides? Well, clearly, I lean towards a particular side, yes. But my existence as a religious outsider for nearly half a century has taught me a good way to address the polarization and hostility of our current political reality.
I think I know why he's saying yes and no, because in a weird way, by rejecting the weird conservative dogma, you are in a way taking sides, right? Like, I would consider myself to be someone that's taken sides, like I'm on the left, right? But I don't take sides unwittingly or dogmatically. I do it strategically. I don't vote because I think that the person I'm voting for is perfect and that they are right about every policy. I oftentimes shit on them, right? Even before I voted for Kamala Harris, or even before I voted for Joe Biden, or was going to vote for Joe Biden, right? I knew that I was going to vote against Trump. I already knew that, right? But at the same time, I was shitting on the DNC. Why? Because I don't dogmatically follow whatever the people I vote for do or say, right? I form my own beliefs based on facts, logic, and reasoning. And I actually do my own research into this shit, right?
Reality. It's a way that would make our
Femi, come to Canada. We have multiple viable parties here. Must be nice.
politics less dogmatic, more effective, and more peaceful.
I also think that there's like this urge to become dogmatic in opposition, which is a double-edged sword. Obviously, you want to oppose people that are bad as much as possible, and I agree with that, right? But if, let's say, for instance, you're a leftist, not because you agree with leftist values, but because you want to be the opposite of the opposition, then you don't really understand why you believe the things that you do, and thus, you're not going to be as much a part of the problem as the people that vote for Trump or whatever, right? You're going to still be like a small part of the problem, right? I anti Biden, that's true.
But here's what's so maddening about that.
I'd have voted green in 2020. I hate Biden. So you would have thrown away your vote. Like, you do realize that fucking Jill Stein is never going to be president. That's just not going to happen. You're just throwing away your vote.
I don't believe that most people are going to do what's necessary, not because they don't have the will or the ability, though that's true of some,
The DNC prevented Bernie from becoming the nominee several times to appease the corporations. Absolutely.
But mainly because
I hate Jill Stein. 2020 was Howie Hawkins. Well, Howie Hawkins is also never going to be president. I hate to break it to you.
the system
Frankenstein will be president before Jill. That's true. That's true.
itself won't.
People who voted Green got Trump elected just as much as the right did. No, mathematically, it would not be just as much. It would be half as much. Right? That's like, yeah.
Give them a chance to break free from it. But as an individual,
But yeah, mathematically, voting Green is like half a vote. In a weird way. Not half a vote, but it mathematically pans out that way. Right? So like not voting at all, same thing as voting Green. Right? And then like a vote going towards the other candidate. Right? It's like the scale of votes. You've got 1, 0, -1. Right? So total is out to 2. Right? So you'd have 1. So that'd be like half of 2. If that makes sense. I didn't explain it very well.
maybe you can break free from it. And I'd like
Joe is, Sleepy Joe was a weirdo. Yeah, less of a weirdo than Trump.
to share with you
But yes, I agree, he
how
sucked.
I think you can do that. But let's first assess what exactly we need to address.
Okay.
First of all, dogma is not necessarily incorrect. Dogma can contain a combination of fact and fiction.
Sort of. Well, okay, you could dogmatically believe something that's true, but your reason for believing it is false. I'm guessing that's what he's gonna get at, but I'm not sure. But I would say that dogma is generally incorrect. Right? Like, just because you just so happen to accidentally arrive at a correct conclusion, dogmatically doesn't mean that the dogma is good.
What makes it dangerous is that the whole usually must be accepted. And when it is not, you get a fracturing into denominations, each with mandatory aspects of their own dogmas. And within the dogma,
Okay, but I don't really think that we see that with, political faction. Well, I mean, more so on the, I feel like you're more likely to see that in like online leftist spaces, maybe, or like just online spaces in general. Not even online leftist space. I think that like online right-oed spaces have that same issue. But like if we're talking about like politics broadly, right? Like most of the people that are super political sort of have like a vague set of ideas. It's all vibes based for them, right? They voted for Trump based on vibes, right? They barely have any principles, but they dogmatically follow Trump. There's actually a separate issue, which is that they don't really have that many different thoughts. They all do this weird groupthink, right? That's what their sort of dogma leads to.
the facts lend credence to the fictions merely by virtue of their inclusion. That's how they trick people. They sprinkle the falsehoods into the truths.
Yes, absolutely. You see this all the time, right? Like or it'll be somebody that says something factually incorrect, but they omit context, right? Classic example, 1350 meme, right? Oh, did you know that 13% of the population commits 50% of the crimes? But then you ignore, I don't know, things like socioeconomic status. Like, oh, you didn't adjust for that. Like, oh, yeah, did you know that, like, redlining is a thing that existed? That caused black people to be in these poorer neighborhoods? And consequently, they ended up being poorer because of the generational wealth gap? And did you know that poorer people are statistically more likely to commit crimes? Whether it be, out of desperation or whatever the case may be. Right? Gee golly, I wonder why. But obviously, they only give you part of the truth. And they omit the important context. Femi, who would you vote for in Canada? I'm going to be real. I don't know shit about Canadian politics, so I don't know.
And mix them together so that
They try to 13% us. And per capita, us to death about the cap.
the falsehoods look like they belong with the truths. I'm going to express some positions commonly held within the dogma of what we'll call political group A and political group B. I will try to express
I'm really hoping he doesn't do like the weird enlightened centrist thing, because if he does, that's going to be kind of
these
annoying.
positions as a member of the political group itself, even if I am not. So bear that in mind. Many of the
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not going to conclude that he's like an enlightened centrist type or whatever, because like it could be the case that he's like a leftist making this argument, right? But he wants it to like resonate more with right wingers, right? If you were to like right off the bat say like, oh yeah, we're going to have the conservative group, that group of people isn't going to do very much reflection, right?
These are not my positions. I'm just the messenger. When I describe these political dogmas and make these statements, I want you to guess which political groups these are.
Okay, is he gonna do the whole... yeah, he might do the enlightened centrist bullshit.
Will be over 35 trillion possible combinations.
He's gonna be like, actually, they apply to both groups. I swear to fucking God, if he does that, I'm just gonna exit out of the video.
The two lists I'm about to
I'm not, but...
tell you. Giving each one of those combinations a name would be highly impractical. We'd have to invent new words, and we'd never remember them all. Yet despite that, when I read these two lists to you, I want you to take note of how long it takes you to label who they are, even though there are over 35 trillion possible combinations.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Political Group A. Close the border and maintain border security.
Republican.
Deport those who are here illegally, welcome those who go through the immigration process properly.
Yep, those
Stop
are conservatives.
sending money overseas, cut our taxes, stop wasteful spending, replace the Department of Education with school choice.
Yep, this is the conservative
There are only
group.
two genders. Protect women's sports and women's spaces from men pretending to be women. Men and women are naturally suited to serve different roles in society.
Yep, these are all like the yep, political group A is fucking
Such
retarded.
roles are informed by tradition and DEI and wokeness. Racism isn't really a problem anymore. Where it is a
yeah, this is not subtle at
It's
all.
usually against white people. LGBT people are intrusive. Alphabet mafia. LGBT people are trying to normalize pedophilia. Abortion is wrong because it's ending a human life. Some of us even say the people who do it are murderers killing babies. Human beings can't change the climate.
I'm just hoping that he doesn't like draw like an like some sort of false equivalency between political group A, which is, you know, the set of beliefs that are delusional and easily debunked, and then political group B, which is like a list of correct beliefs.
Climate change initiatives put us at a disadvantage compared to other countries that would not.
Unless political group B is like tankies or something. Like, China is actually based and there's no genocide against the Uyghur Muslims, in which case, okay, fair enough. You played me, you tricked me.
Follow such regulations. The climate hoax is just a way to control us and take our money. Deregulation is
The fuck is this schizo shit? This is what right-wingers believe.
good and promotes a healthy economy. Having a completely free market is best. The COVID vaccines are harmful. COVID was either overblown, an outright hoax, or a bioweapon. COVID restrictions, mandates, and lockdowns
Like, it's like all like the delusional things that...
were very bad and used as a test run
You
for
know.
more authoritarian measures. The
How
mainstream
many-
media is largely
dude,
fake
how
news.
many-
So-called fact checkers can't be trusted. Higher education has been infiltrated by my political opponents and is currently indoctrination. Because of that, experts cannot be trusted and are often wrong.
Dude, this is so schizo.
Conspiracy theories
Yeah, Group B watches Hassan Piker, leaves seat empty while streaming, ban people for no reason.
often turn
True.
out to be true. There should be voter IDs.
Yeah, Group B is just watches Hassan Piker.
During the summer of 2020, mobs from the other side burned entire cities. The
Pretends to support Frogan, but doesn't actually, because she only gets like less than 100 concurrents. And there's more than 100 people that know she exists.
2020 election was stolen. January 6th wasn't a big
Like a lot more. Yeah, it's like all the right-wing talking
deal.
points.
They were let in.
Now, obviously, like, I'm pretty sure that Dark Matter, the guy making this video, knows that like all these are like, you know, dumb
Some of
as
us say-
shit positions. It's like all of the wrong positions. Also, smaller government is a hilarious one. They don't even fucking believe that.
It was a setup. At most, it was a riot, but not
Like, they want the government to tell you if you can or can't do certain things with your body.
an
Like,
insurrection. The Department of Justice was weaponized and used lawfare against my preferred candidate. We strongly support the First and Second Amendments. There should be less moderation on social media.
I mean, supporting the First Amendment, that should be, I would consider that to be, like, one of the only leftist values on this fucking list. Because I agree, free speech is important.
Because we can't trust social media platforms to decide what is misinformation or disinformation. We are
I agree that there should be less moderation on social media as well. Those are, like, those are, like, the only, like, couple of the,
patriots. Strengthen the military. Smaller government. Support law enforcement. We support retributive justice. Show respect for the flag, the pledge, and the national.
Yeah, that's just so cringe. So, yeah, support Israel. Support genocide. Yes, of course. The other side is far more violent than our side. Ironic. Obviously, conservatives are more violent. That's just statistically the case. The other side invented cancel culture. There isn't a political side that invented cancel culture. It was invented by, like, teenagers on the internet that don't give a fuck about politics.
National anthem.
Also, the other side only cares about identity politics. So that applies to I would say that conservatives care more about identity. I don't know. That's hard to say. Because a lot of libcucks are like that as well.
Stop supporting Ukraine, support Israel, or at least side with
46, the other side won't have sex with me. 47, I want cock, but it's morally wrong.
Israel rather than Palestine. Anyone who supports Palestine is on the side of Hamas and supports terrorists.
Yeah, it's like all of the delusional positions.
The other side is far more violent than our side. We are
48, gay bad.
And welcoming than the other side. The other side only cares about identity
Dude, the fact that like conservatives think that they're more welcoming and tolerant is so funny too.
politics, and the other side invented cancel culture. Now here's
all right.
B. Welcome.
All right, dude. Watch as it's like all of the correct positions.
Immigrants
49, Florida. 50, man.
should be treated humanely, even if they don't go through the legal process. They
yes.
contribute to society and should be given a chance to become citizens. Foreign aid is a good thing. Raise corporate.
Yes. So like all of the correct humane
taxation and
positions.
taxes on the wealthy. Increase the
True. Yes, wealthy people should pay taxes. No, they shouldn't be able to hoard
social
wealth.
safety net and expand social programs.
Fuck yeah,
I mean
dude.
Medicare for all and free community college. Use people's
Fuck
preferred
yeah.
pronouns and don't dead name trans people.
Yo, fucking based. All of the factually correct
Trans women are
positions.
women. Trans men
That's true,
are
dude.
men.
This is,
Gender
dude,
is a
facts.
spectrum.
Dude, political group B. This is my group, chat.
Men and women can serve the same roles in society regardless of tradition.
Fuck yeah.
Gender roles are largely a social construct.
This is true.
The absence of women and racial minorities from professional groups that are predominantly white could be the result of bias or discrimination, so DEI initiatives are a good way to combat that.
Generally, yeah.
Racism is still a problem.
Absolutely.
LGBT people should be protected from discrimination by law.
True. Like, I'm sorry, but like obviously these groups are not the same. Like this group, political group B, here's like positions that recognize reality.
It's actually the churches that have a pedophilia problem.
True.
Abortion is health care for women. It should be a right.
Absolutely.
They should have bodily autonomy. It is not killing babies.
Again, this is factually correct. Like, I'm sorry, but killing a non-sentient clump of cells is not morally wrong. That's fucking stupid to believe.
Human beings are affecting the
Racism still exists, it's just more systemic. Yeah, it's not as obvious as it used to be.
climate. Other countries are
Like, yeah, it's like, it's just, I'm sorry, but it's just like, okay, here's the political group that, like, acknowledges reality. Like, yes, climate change exists.
doing more than we are in regard to climate change.
Some other countries, probably. I don't know. It's hard to say.
And the ones that are still polluting do
I don't know if I believe that, like, yeah, there's definitely some other countries, but there's some other countries that are worse than we are in terms of carbon footprint, to be fair.
so because of our outsourcing of factory labor. Corporations and governments need to take drastic measures to reduce our carbon footprint.
Yeah, probably.
Deregulation is bad for the environment and endangers the public.
Yeah. Yeah, if corporations can do whatever they want, yeah, that is a danger to the public. Yeah, that's factually
A
correct.
completely free market leads to monopolies.
I mean, again, this is just acknowledging reality. We know what a completely free market does. It leads to monopolies. We've seen it happen. It's happened like many times. Look at history.
Which leads to business influence over the government and oligarchy.
True. Literally true. This is shit that's happened.
The COVID vaccines were helpful.
Again, just acknowledging reality. See, so you have one side, right? You have political group A, which is the conservative side, that is completely and utterly detached from reality. They're just reality deniers. And you have political group B, which is lefties and maybe liberals, right? That aren't completely fucking divorced from reality.
COVID was mishandled, but could have been much worse, and proved that we would suffer extremely high casualties in a more significant pandemic because
True.
we would fail to heed proper precautions like lockdowns, masks, social distancing, etc., which should be respected.
Again, just agreeing with the scientific
Much
consensus.
of the mainstream media is corrupt or partisan, but can be trustworthy depending upon the source, which makes fact-checking possible.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Higher education is important and trustworthy. It
True.
favors our side because the facts are on our side.
Literally fucking true.
We should defer to experts.
True.
Conspiracy theories are usually laughable and ridiculous.
Absolutely. I love making fun of conspiracy theories.
Voting should be easier, not harder, and should have
Yeah, literally true.
Fewer obstacles. The 2020 election was not stolen. The summer of 2020 had mostly peaceful protests that were marred by police brutality and
Literally true.
opportunistic looters and rioters who caused damage. January 6th was a very big deal. Some of us say that it was an insurrection instigated by the other side's candidate. It was an
True. I mean, like, that's just, like, factually
attempt
correct.
to overturn the rightful election results. The main politician of the other side has committed many crimes, including
Yes, true.
sexual, business, and political,
I mean, this is just, like, facts. Like, this is just factually correct.
so he should be held accountable in the justice system just like everybody else would.
Literally true.
Hate speech is not free speech.
Yeah, I agree with that.
There needs to be more moderation on social media because
Disagree. Hard disagree. No, there fucking doesn't.
misinformation and disinformation are huge problems.
I'm sorry, yeah, they're problems, but I don't think that increasing moderation on social media, you're not allowed to say shit, is the solution. Like, I'm gonna be real, I don't want corporations to decide what we are and aren't allowed to say. How about no, we don't defer to our corporate overlords and request that they have more power.
We support certain gun control regulations.
I'm gonna be real, I don't give a fuck about gun control. Yeah, there are probably some regulations that are good.
America is deeply unjust.
That's true. I mean, given the fact that, like, yeah, people are born into wildly different circumstances where it's like, okay, if you're born into a poor family, like, you're basically fucked. You're destined to be poor almost. If you're born into a rich family, it's like, well, you basically have everything handed to you. Yeah, it's not very just. Not to mention the many flaws with the criminal justice system.
There's too much military spending.
Absolutely there is. We do not need to spend that much money on the military.
There's too much corruption in the police, and they need to be reformed.
Absolutely.
We support rehabilitative justice.
Yes, we do in fact support the form of justice that has been factually proven to be more effective.
Not respecting the flag, the pledge, or the national anthem are valid forms of protest.
Absolutely they are. If you disagree with that, you're just
Keep
anti-American.
supporting Ukraine.
Agreed. Ukraine is on the right side of history.
Support Palestine. Israel is committing genocide.
Literally true.
The other side is far more violent than our side,
Factually correct.
and the other side is becoming extremely fascistic.
Factually
I'm
correct.
sure you can very easily guess which group is which.
Yes, it didn't take
People
very
on
long.
the right largely identify with Group A, and people on the left largely identify with Group B. You don't
Yes, Group B is the one that's not divorced from
have to
reality.
agree with everything in list A or B, but most people are going to agree with most items on one side or the other.
Okay, correct prediction.
That did not happen randomly. We don't blindly pull these positions out of a hat. They're sold to us.
Yes and no.
Our opinions on them are the result of experiences, upbringing, propaganda, intelligence, religion, friends, family, education, emotion, and even genetics.
Mainly education. Probably, yeah, maybe genetics, I don't know. I probably have certain predispositions towards and against certain positions. You know, such as predispositions towards wanting to use logic and reasoning.
But the main reason they're a
I'm gay, but this dude kind of hot, real.
package deal for most people
But they weren't a package deal necessarily. Like I analyzed these positions individually. Right?
that they're sold that way. In other words, if you know how a person feels about just one of these positions, especially
You can figure out the rest of their positions,
one
yeah.
of the major ones, there's a very good chance that you can guess how they'd feel about the rest of them, despite the fact that you'd be guessing from a list of over 35 trillion possible combinations. It even comes down to the food
Yeah, he's not
you
wrong.
eat.
Is this dude a right winger? No.
Just knowing that someone
I don't think so.
is on a carnivore diet or a
I think he's a centrist.
vegan diet gives you a high degree of certainty
I could be wrong, but I'm getting centrist from him.
about which of these lists most
Actually, I don't know. Based on how he presented the positions, I don't know. He seems like he's a neutral narrator, but like, I don't know. I don't think he's right wing.
likely resonates
I feel like if he was, he would try to sugarcoat the positions of right wingers.
with them.
Like he wouldn't just say what they are.
What does that tell you? Well, that should tell you that this isn't totally organic. There's a lot of social engineering going on here. We don't have
Okay.
experience in all of these areas, so why do we have such strong opinions about them?
Because I did research,
Well, for many people,
and some of them are just easy to figure out from logical reasoning.
maybe even most
He seems anti-political. Yeah,
people,
maybe
a lot of these
center left. Yeah,
are
probably.
topics that we would not normally care about, but they were given to us to care about. Some of us are only for certain things just because the other side is against them.
No. Well, I mean, yeah, some people, yeah. I guess I'm thinking, does this apply to me?
And vice versa.
Like, I care about issues because they affect people. You know what I mean? Like, something doesn't have to negatively affect me for me to care about it, right? Like, something can be important without that being the case.
People decided that these are important issues that we need to worry about and spend time fighting over.
Well, yeah, I do think that I should worry about the well-being of other humans because that's like the normal, humane, empathetic thing to do. I don't know.
Some of them
Now, like, obviously, I can't spend 24/7 worrying about it, right? But that's something that I personally care about, right? Is the well-being of others. Now, I can't exclusively worry about that, right? You have to find a healthy amount. In fact, I've been staying away from politics for that reason.
wouldn't even be
Leftists actually want to help people. Right-oids want to outdo each other.
issues
Yeah.
if they weren't constantly presented to us as some sort of moral
He's a floating beard.
panic. So we've been manipulated.
Well, that's the thing is right-wingers are the ones that create moral panics around LGBT people and whatnot. And generally, it's the case that we respond to the bullshit that they
in
do.
all kinds of ways. Make no mistake about that. And these lists are absolutely subject to change as the propaganda changes and as we're given new jingling keys to fight over.
To be fair, I don't think it's fair to say that, like, you know, that I have this specific set of positions just due to propaganda, right? Maybe a lot of people do. Maybe I overestimate people's ability to do their own research, but I've done my own fucking research. That's why I have the positions that hell, I was like a chronic fucking centrist until I actually looked into shit, right? And by that, I mean actually looking at studies, looking at the scientific consensus on shit, right?
These lose and gain relevance based on how much they mobilize the troops. They've changed quite a bit in my lifetime. For instance, here's some issues that I didn't put on there because I did not feel they were current or that the sides in support and against have become too blurred. Marijuana, gay marriage, creationism in classrooms.
Yeah, creationism in classrooms is obviously the wrong position. That like, no, you shouldn't deny reality. Yes, people should be able to have marijuana. I'm pro-freedom, right? It's like, and it's so obvious who's right in retrospect. Like, it's so obvious who is correct, right? Like, in retrospect, it's like, yeah, people doing slavery was bad. Yeah, people that were against marijuana being legalized are fucking retarded. Yeah, people that wanted to teach young earth creationism were fucking stupid and denying reality. But it doesn't take hindsight to figure that out. We don't need hindsight to figure out that, yeah, young earth creationists are dumb as shit and deny reality, and the people that are against them are not divorced from reality in that way, right? We can still figure that shit out.
Violence in video games, porn, corporate bailouts, lying about weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, the Patriot Act, Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky, the Satanic Panic, heavy metal, Dungeons and Dragons, the Iran-Contra affair, etc. And some are making a big comeback, like fears of communism or fascism. Sometimes the very people...
Except fears of communism aren't grounded in reality. Fears of fascism are, because we see obvious fascistic tendencies in Trump. I would say that Trump is a fascist, right? He's a hyper-nationalistic authoritarian. It's very fucking obvious.
Who give us these issues to fight over don't even care about these issues themselves. Sometimes pundits and influencers...
Yes, they are grifters. Yes, I agree.
...them up just for the engagement.
That's true. Anyways, I don't want to get too much into this. I think I want to, I don't know, watch the rest of this on another stream. Because this is... It's almost an hour long. It's going to take me fucking ages to get through the entire thing, considering the rate at which I get through content. You know what I mean? But yeah. Incredibly gay? True. W stream? Hell yeah. Let's go. But yeah. Ethereal Emily, are you in the Discord server? I don't remember if I invited you or not. If not, I'll add you and invite you, or give you my Discord username or whatever, and send you the thingy. I am? Okay. All right. Bet. Oh yeah. You're Raven, the good Raven, dude. You gotta redeem the name Raven because, dude, all the OGs in this community remember the Schizo Raven. You gotta fix the reputation of all people named Raven. But yeah. Chat. I had fun streaming. Yeah, that name gives a lot of us flashbacks. You know, for good reason. For good reason. W stream, W Femi? Hell yeah. What did Schizo Rave do? I don't want to get into it. But yeah, Schizo Raven is the wind scar. That's like the schizo. What's the topic of discussion at the moment? Well, I'm just wrapping up stream. I was mainly talking about I was basically reacting to this video from a month ago. I'm not gonna be able to finish it in the stream because like we're only 15 minutes in, and like considering how I do transformative content unlike other people like Hassan, Piker, you know, it takes me a while to get through videos like that. So yeah. Schizo Raven fucked my dad. Most of the OGs I remember are Olivia Bean, Cat, Pancake Panic, Patau, I think was there. Yes, Patau Crafter was like there the whole time. Patau Crafter's been there for so long. Shit, I caught the tail end of it again? Yeah. Sniper Wolf is worse? Am I considered OG? I think you're getting to that point. Yeah, I'd consider you Day VM. Like people like that. A Cat. Even Florida Man. Yeah, Florida Man. I'd consider y'all like OG since like I started the whole algorithm maxing arc like a year ago or whatever. So, and then people like Batau Crafter are like mega OG. Like Foulplich, Batau Crafter. They're like some of like the oldest. Yeah, Death Florida 2, we came around the same time. Yeah. Me? You're getting closer, Lefty Memes. You're getting closer to being OG. Mikado hasn't been on for a while, but definitely deserves the label. Yeah, for sure. Mikado Yuki. Yep. For sure, for sure. Kimmy C. Kimmy is definitely OG. I think PP Girl is an OG. Yeah, PP Girl is an OG. Yeah. I would say so at least. Anyways. Anyways, what are people arguing about? I don't blame any demographic as a whole for anything. I just have no sympathy for those who terrorize people. What the fuck are we arguing about? Okay. Good stuff. I don't... Dude, who's against what demographic? I'm so confused. Kimmy is the OG community bottom? True. Jaden Day. Jaden Day is another one. And, yeah. Should change my nickname on Discord to Raven. In parentheses, not that one. What happened to Pancake Panic and Olivia Bean? I think that Pancake Panic left the community because I think that there were like... I think a couple of the community members were like harassing them or something. I don't remember. And they were being weird. And I think that Pancake blamed that on me, and maybe I was negligent because I do vaguely remember something like that. And then Olivia Bean, I just think forgot that I exist. I don't know. I haven't seen her in a while. But yeah. I think that Pancake Panic unironically reflects the audience that I have now. Yeah, pre-news server community was dog shit. It was actually horrid. Pancake Panic would unironically fit into this community, like, way better. Because, like, that's the thing is, like, they were, like, an outcast at the time. Whereas, like, now they would fit in perfectly to, like, the current Femyoz community. Nah, I liked the OG community. The OG community was so bad. At least the Discord was. I wasn't in the Discord, though. Good. Fucking good. Old squad was lit, but I fuck with the new people here. Well, I mean, when I say old squad, we're not talking about, like... Yeah, not the super old... Yeah,